We gon' make it. 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 Alright, what's up, people? It's your boy Trader Dot here with this lovely Monday night. Before we get into tonight's topic, I want to alert you guys to the crypto market. Bitcoin is now at 11,000 and a half, actually. Crypto market is about to jump up again, people. Smart money would say that you guys should look to go to crypto. Again, Coinbase, Binance.us, Bittrex. Those are the markets where you want to start out with the crypto. Because saying in crypto, where Bitcoin goes, the altcoins follow, which means that Bitcoin leads the market, and all the other coins not called Bitcoin are called altcoins, like alternative coins. So where Bitcoin goes, the alts follow. So if Bitcoin's too expensive to get in at 10,000 a coin, there's plenty of good coins under $1 that you can get into. XRP, XLM. XLM is like 10 cents. XRP is 22 cents. So you might want to check out the crypto. Yeah, so our topic tonight, we're gonna talk about this ancient gas has been around for 13 billion years. Okay? 13 billion years, and Wall Street has not seen anything about it. They just started really recognizing the value in it within the last couple months. Let's say a year. Let's give them a year. Now I tell you people all the time, when you're looking for ways to invest to get rich, you want to look for new technologies. Now what's everybody talking about now when it pertains to a fuel? They want clean fuel, alternative fuel, something that's not going to dirty up the atmosphere. So anything that does coal, things like that, gas is out. Now they want clean green fuel. And what fuel is that, people? What would that be? I know the answer. Hydrogen. Hydrogen, you say? Yes, I say hydrogen. Now, what do you mean by hydrogen? I mean the actual gas is hydrogen. Now, hydrogen is as clean. It doesn't really mess up the atmosphere, and it doesn't as the other fossil fuels as you see. And yeah, Wall Street it went up $13 billion. All the hydrogen stocks. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. And and again, I cannot emphasize this. With this year, with the emphasis on the environment and clean technology, all forms of um green fuel and clean fuel, things like that is going to skyrocket. It's going to be a lot of money invested in those sectors in the next couple of years. So you would like to look at those. All right, now as we see that hydrogen is reaching a bubble. That's what it's called on Wall Street. Right before the bull market shoots up, it's called a bubble. Now we're at that point with the hydrogen sector. So I'm gonna name a couple big hydrogen stocks. And these are from ones that's over in Europe and also some here in America. Now, these stocks they caused a stampede within the last, like I told you guys before. Everything on when you invest is based off of rumors. That's like a big thing about an investment. Rumors really affect the price when you invest. So when they started talking about clean fuel and certain companies said, well, hydrogen can do this, everybody in Wall Street ran to hydrogen, started investing in hydrogen stocks and hydrogen companies, hydrogen power companies. So again, $13 billion, that's a lot of value. All right, so we're gonna go with the first one is Linde, Linde. The the ticker symbol, the ticker symbol is LIN. And another one is Air Products and Chemicals. Its ticker symbol is APD. See, now those two started the news that started the stampede in the hydrogen. Now the three big ones is the pure hydrogen plays is Plug, and this sign is PLUG, Plug. That's his and the other one is Ballard. This sign is BLDP, and the last one is Bloom. and its sign is BE. Now, the reason why this hydrogen is so important, hydrogen technology is clean fuel because global warming. I cannot emphasize this enough. If you guys want to learn to invest in the market, you need to look at current events, things that move the news. Things that move the news is going to move stock prices. So we all know that global warming is a real big thing. So many conferences and global summits and this and that, G20, G7s about global warming. All right, so you want to look for some things that's going to help global warming. That's an easy play. Now, like again, this hydrogen play, that's like everyone is starting to realize hydrogen is the best power play available. It's very efficient and it's very powerful. You really don't need as much to, power as you would say using coal or gasoline or other things like that. And those things have emissions that damage the ozone and mess up the environment, which brings it back to global warming, which is where we started out at. So again, you want to look for anything that deals with hydrogen. And while we're here with hydrogen, talking about this global warming and clean, efficient fuel, you want to deal with solar technology. So, any company that deals with like solar panels, solar cars, solar energy, things like that. Because again, global warming, everyone is trying to look for this new and improved way to get more fuel, more energy, but not as much as the side effects is burning coal or burning gas. So again, hydrogen and solar technology. Okay. Now, all right, now see the thing about hydrogen is very cheap, you know, well, I'm sorry. It's expensive. All right, so it's cheap when it's mass produced, but as it's produced now, it's very expensive. But now Wall Street is starting to see the value in hydrogen. So of course, there are going to be a lot of cheaper ways to make it. So you want to look for hydrogen manufacturing, hydrogen power cells, gas conversion, a lot of gas plays, things like that. Because again, once one company figures something else out, everyone else. And what is it? Imitation is the greatest form of flattery, or something like that. It's all about imitation. Nothing's original on Wall Street. Nothing. It's like me. If I was to invent something, everybody that knew me would have their own variation on it. Y'all like going to McDonald's? I go to McDowell's. So that's how it is on Wall Street, man. See, but the big thing though is a fuel cell. No, the fuel cell, it combines hydrogen gas with oxygen to generate electricity. Now, the only output from a fuel cell is heat and water. Again, heat and water is the only output, which makes this the premium, the optimum way to power things. Now, Wall Street is starting to figure this out. Now, the thing with fuel cells, they can power a forklift, train, this laptop. They can power anything. Now, our power grid is so old. It's gonna take about 10 years implement this technology fully. But the thing with this technology, you can profit off this now. Again, dealing with hydrogen mining plants, companies that deal with hydrogen mining, gas things like at fuel cells. Because again, fuel cells are really to power Teslas and all those electric cars. Fuel cells are used in them. You guys see how the Tesla market is moving, how all the electric cars are moving. So it stands to reason if the cars move, if the electric cars move, the things that power the electric cars, they should move also. So you guys got to realize, man, you invest or trade either or. To be trading is we investing. You tell me. But the thing is, when you trade or invest, what have you, all markets are like intercorrelated, which means they're interrelated. Industries are interrelated. Perfect example: the car, Tesla, the electric car market is booming right now. Electric cars, everybody wants to get to an electric car. All right, so how you power an electric car? Fuel cells. What powers the fuel cells? Hydrogen. So okay, then again, that shows you again that hydrogen is the play. It's the play of the future, and they're starting to figure this out. So again, I cannot emphasize this enough. Clean technology, hydrogen. Um, ele- e- Electric cars, which is clean technology. That's the main thing that's the main appeal of an electric car. It has no exhaust, so the There's no emissions. Once again, hydrogen, clean technology, and there, I think there's solar too. So again, solar and hydrogen. Yeah. So and I gave you that one company plug. It's actually called Plug and Power. See, Plug and Power is only $8.95. That's good value. That's a lot of room to run. $8.95 is a lot of room to run. Now, there's some other ones like Air Products APD. That is $2.95. I mean, it can run. Listen, there's no price too high as we see by Amazon or what's Warren Buffett's thing, Berkshire Hathaway, like $188,000 a share. So no price is never too high. Yet, I would prefer to take the plug power play over the air products and chemicals for the price, for the simple fact they both deal in the same industry. One's just a lot cheaper. A whole, what was it, $287 cheaper, and they deal in the same products. Now, plus plug is more of a mining and it's a power play. They deal with straight power play, power cells, fuel cells, hydrogen fuel cells. So I would probably, well, not probably, I am. I'm gonna deal with plug again. That is PLUG, and the price was $8.95. Now this article is actually from a couple of days ago. So let me just go. I should probably check this price myself. See, I doubt the price is nowhere. It's in the same vicinity. If it went up or down, it's most likely a dollar. Let's see, stuff. Yeah, $8.35. It's gonna stay in a range, but it's gonna jump. Like that's the thing with these bubbles. All right, so we reached a point where the bubble goes to the top, or we reached a point where the price went up, so it's retracing back. It's all it's doing is consolidating for the next move. It's like it's gathering the momentum. We're just waiting on some more news. Next product come, the next product in the pipeline, or the next such and such just signed a big deal to mine hydrogen over in China, or they signed a deal to mine hydrogen in such and such place in the world. It's gonna make the stocks jump. Again, you guys need to watch the current events. I can't stress that enough. People ask me all the time, "Hey, Mr. Trader Guy, what moves the stocks?" I tell them current events. And that's what moves this market, man. Rumors and current events, nothing else. Like hydrogen. Prior to people realizing that the hydrogen stocks, that hydrogen was good for fuel cells, it was moving. But now with the market, now with this being confirmed that is basically is the best fuel option. Like I said before, hydrogen and oxygen powers anything. That's what they're figuring out, and the only output it gives out is heat and water. that is the perfect. That is the most efficient way in the world, actually, world history. I would assume. So again, hydrogen, where it's at, solar technology, and again, I tell you guys about this current events. While we on the topic of current events, COVID-19. I, listen, this COVID-19 is going nowhere no time soon. This is money. This is the money making time. Like I gave you guys a play. Well, I don't know if everyone watches any of the groups I'm in, but I put a play CANF Canon. That stock jumped up. It would jump 12% in the first 10 minutes of the day. It actually betrayed some back. But the point is, they're doing COVID testing. Also, the stock SCHT, they gapped up $2. I was in the pre-market section off of COVID testing. So you guys want to look, Modernera or Novavax. So Novavax went from $40 to like $140 in about 2 months off of COVID testing. And I'm all in Novavax and Novavax. Matter of fact, on this live show, on this very first one I did, or the second one I did, I spoke about Novavax. And at the time, it was $41. That was like $140. And that night, speaking with a few guys, I bought like 15 shares, I think. So the point I'm making is, current events is what influences the market, especially something like this. And that, yeah, exactly, Tony T, exactly. Current events, man, and I don't understand why people. So when every time someone watch me, asks me, "Oh, what moves the market?" Current events. What's the news talking about the most? That's what sector you need to go look at. Companies in that sector, because that's what's going to be jumping. So again, I gave you guys some power plays for a hydrogen. Well, it's funny that the name of the company is called Plug Power. That is a good power play. There's a lot of value in that. Long term value too, because they say that the hydrogen market is going to take about 10 years to fully implement this technology. So now is the time for you to operate in this market. Now, again, this is like the Starbucks back in the '90s, Amazon back in the '90s. You know, it may not be on that big of a scale, but this is new technology that is just being realized. So this hydrogen, the fuel is like nuclear. How they figured out nuclear power can fuel things back in the '50s, '60s, and '70s. That's what hydrogen is like. It's a whole new era. So again, you want to get on that hydrogen. What I told you guys earlier: solar power, clean environment, clean fuel. So solar, that's a good play too. Anything to deal with clean, efficient technology, because we're running out of fuels, we're running out of fossil fuels, we're running out of coal and oils. You hear that in the news all the time. So that's the play, people. You want to look for the clean oil, the clean, efficient ways for energy. So hydrogen, solar technology. And on that note, well, I got a couple more minutes. We can talk again current events. So we're going on that COVID-19. You know, like the COVID, man, it's all type of things. It's just. I'm sorry, I'm still looking at some more stuff for hydrogen. Yeah, it even used liquid hydrogen for the warehouses to power up the forklifts. So yeah, man, hydrogen is pretty good. But yeah, with this COVID-19, so you guys gonna look for like mad strategy. Matter of fact, let's do it live. I got some time here. Let's just do it live. Let's go to COVID-19 stocks. I don't understand why people aren't investing in this. This is money to be made. All right, all right. So Modern Era stock just jumped again. They stock been jumping, but they just did phase three. All right, this is a long list right here. All right, so where I'm at, let me bring the screen share back. Go to the screen share. List is kind of long. So I'm just gonna give you guys where the list is at. You can look at it yourselves. List is pretty long. All right, so I went to Google, put in COVID-19 stocks. This is Jim Cramer. I don't know if you guys ever watched the money market show where the dude, the white guy with the collared shirt, be yelling and swinging the bat like buy, sell, no, thumbs up. Well, that's his list. These are all stocks that deal in industries that's been affected by the COVID, or they're deemed essential, um or they make products that help fight the COVID. Like Modern Era, people, it's only $80 a share. That's a lot of value. They seem to be in the front row of this COVID the COVID vaccine. Pfizer just got a deal also. Matter of fact, let's look for Pfizer on this list. They just got a nice little deal. They're not here go Pfizer. Oh, that's only $37 a share. That's a lot of value in that. That's some shares I'm about to get into. Pfizer, I'm getting. Well, I got mine in there. I'm gonna get some more. Let's look at Novax. Novax isn't on the list, which is weird. All right, but the point is, let me come off the screen share. So let me go back. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. Go back. So the point is, man, this COVID-19, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money in there. But the simple fact is, this biotech technology, the federal government's throwing billions of dollars to the biotech sector in hopes of finding this vaccination. They're also throwing billions of dollars to cleanliness, masks, sanitizer, uh, just full PPE, personal protective equipment. Another thing, I said this on the on my last podcast. I spoke about one of the consequences of this COVID-19, whether it's intended or unintended. We're slowly moving to not a cashless society, but a paper cashless society. Slowly moving to a digital age, a truly digital age. And the first sign of this digital age is running out of coins, which I thought was impossible because coins are minted, but it's neither here nor there. Now we're going to run out of paper. And we're going to start moving towards the crypto market, which leads me back to how I started this show. You guys want to start looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's now at $11,000. See, Bitcoin rebounded. We're at the point with the market, or for Bitcoin anyway, not quite the altcoins, but before this COVID thing got out of hand, the crypto was expected to have a big year this year because of the halving of Bitcoin was in May, I think it was. See, but the COVID came and it kind of changed all that. But it's a lot of anticipation in there. So you guys might want to look towards investing towards some Bitcoin. And also I talk about new technology and implementing things. Now, I spoke before how all the markets are interrelated. They're all correlated. When one either moves away from it or move with it. So when we know that Bitcoin is powered by the blockchain, so when companies want to implement the blockchain, what is needed to power blockchain? I'll give you 5 seconds. You need computer chips. You need hardware. So when the price of Bitcoin jumps up, you hear companies talking about they want to put blockchain in. You need to invest in computer software companies, computer companies. Like the last time the Bitcoin bull run came in 2017, stock went from $1 to $104 in one day. It jumped up so fast that the SEC actually stopped trading on the stock because they thought it was insider trading. And it wasn't insider trading, it's just that everybody wanted to get into it. Once again, it was a rumor. It stampeded. It was the Bitcoin, it was the blockchain. Blockchain, that's where the future is. So people want to looking for the next Starbucks, the next Amazon, the next gold uh nugget stocks that you can't, that you can put a little bit down now and possibly get rich in. That's three separate fields I gave you guys. Clean technology, solar power, but mainly hydrogen. Hydrogen is a big play now. Solar's gonna come. I mean, you can get into solar now because solar is not. They're not really talking about it. So you can find some value in the solar energy sector. But right now, the big thing is the hydrogen power, fuel cells, hydrogen batteries, things like that. And of course, the blockchain sector. And the blockchain, that's a two-term investment. You can play that as a straight crypto play. That's what blockchain powers the crypto field. Or you could do with blockchain stocks, things of that nature. Either or. Then I gave you guys some COVID-19 stocks or the list how to find because there's so many companies dealing with COVID. Another one. Oh yeah, matter of fact, yeah, there's another one. What was it? NOVN. NOVN. All right, NOVN stock. Another stock you guys want to check out. NOVN. They deal with some more COVID stuff also. Vaccination. They deal with mask. So I just feel like you guys so much value out there you guys are not paying attention to. You guys need to get into it. You know, because COVID, it don't like it's going nowhere no time soon. No time soon. I'm sorry, no, but it's not a does deal with masks. Something else. It deals with like vaccine for the COVID, but it's like a cream you can put in your mouth or you can put it up in your nose that it helps if you cough or sneeze, that it would stop the supposed to something like that when you cough or sneeze. But the thing is, the stock is very cheap. It's a penny stock or small cap. The right term is a small cap, but it's less than $1. So it's 98 cents. So and it went up 14 cents a day. That's another value. No VN is only 98 cents, and it's dealing with it's trying to get a right now. They're in like stage one, I think, stage two. So if I'm sorry, they're in stage one, waiting for the green light to stage two. They get that green light, and 98-cent stock is gonna jump easily to $2 to $3. If they mess around and actually get the patent and that thing is approved and it works, it's like known as it worked. 98 cents can easily turn to $10 to $15 easily. Matter of fact, 50 to 60 because it's a COVID-19 play. That's where all the value, that's where all the money's at. That's where the government, because if that patent comes out to be effective, the government's going to give them a cool billion, a few billion to mass produce that. That in turn is going to drive the price up. So you guys want to look at the biotech stocks. Biotech is where it's always going to be at. The biotech, especially right now, pharmaceuticals. So with this COVID play, you want to deal with the pharmaceuticals and the biotechs. That's where a lot of money to be made is, man. A lot of money, a lot of easy money too. Like I say, Novax. I got it in with 40. That was like 140. Modernary, I was like at 60. And these are all plays that I normally don't do because they're long term plays and I'm a day trader. But I still jumped in that market because only stands to reason that the government is giving these companies billions and half of billions and 100 million here and 2.4 billion there, that the price of the stock is gonna jump. That's just like common sense. Again, people want to watch the news, current events. That's what moves stock prices, rumors. But you want to buy the fact, sell the rumor. Now that's a maximum Wall Street, but sometimes you want to buy the rumor too. Wasn't it why but you always want to sell the rumor, especially if the rumor's something bad. If the rumor was like Moderna failed in their COVID-19 vaccine, sell. Don't just sell it because the price is gonna drop. It's gonna drop. Even if it was a rumor or they didn't quite as the price drops. I wouldn't even hesitate. Things of that nature will always fishtail the price of a company. Yeah, so again, the current events. That's where it's at, people, and that is the gem of the day: hydrogen stocks, hydrogen mining, hydrogen. Matter of fact, we got some more time. Let me go to the almighty screen share. Go to the almighty screen share. Bring you what I say right there. No stop. Almighty screen share. All right, so let's go to yeah, hydrogen stocks. These are all things that I look at. Hydrogen stocks. Look at all of them. A lot of value to be seen and a lot of wrong button. Yeah, man, it's a lot of value. Nicola's stock rise reflects. As a matter of fact, let's open that up and read that. Let's see what they're talking about. We got some time here. Nikola is now worth billions. The company was with cheap hydrogen fuel. Okay, let's say that again. Cheap hydrogen fuel exploded on the scene. 1 point eclipsing forward. All right, so all these companies are interested in hydrogen. Cummins, Paccar, invest in a hydrogen tech too. I'm sorry, when I said Tesla, I was thinking of Nikola for the hydrogen. No, I said Tesla. That's like Tesla powered electric car. Nikola was the hydrogen car. Pretty much just telling you just the value why hydrogen is better, why hydrogen is better than gasoline. It's telling you about a fuel cell available. This is a good article to read. I'm not gonna waste you guys' time. You can check that out on your own. But this is the basis of what I was saying about where hydrogen is where it's at. New technology, clean technology. And that's where it's at, man. If you want value in this market, you got to look for value. Like the market's not going to jump up and say buy or sell. Well, no, it's jump up and take your money, but it's not going to jump up and say here, take my money. You got to take the money from the market. You got to look for those plays. I mean, once in a while, use your technical analysis. Like I try to tell you guys, and you stare at the chart when I do my day trades. Yeah, I actually do see things that say buy, buy, buy. When you just stare at the chart, you see things like that. But long term plays like this, no one's gonna say, "Hey, man, you might want to invest in some hydrogen. It's a good play about 5, 6 years." They're not gonna tell you now. They're gonna tell you when the price of plug and play goes from $8 up to like $200. Hey, a hydrogen's a good play. You should probably get into it. I mean, it could go from 200 to 1,000, but from 8 to 200 was a lot of leg room that you missed out on. So again, I'm gonna say it to I killed that dead horse. The horse is dead. I'm gonna keep beating him. Current events is where it's at. Look what's the newscasters is talking about. Does that apply to a financial field? If it does, Look for what field it applies to, what sector. Guaranteed that in that sector, it's gonna be bouncing off the wall. The prices is gonna be up and down. I'm willing to bet in that sector that the news is talking about. So next time you turn on the news, just listen to whatever they talking about. Most likely it's gonna be this COVID shit, this COVID stuff. And I already told you, this COVID vaccinations, masks, sanitizers, anything deal with cleanliness is skyrocketing. That's a current event. That is what's all over the news. So people, on that note, man, I've been on for about half an hour. Um, yeah, yo, you just want to just watch the news, watch the current events, pay attention to the market, look for future technology, things that's not in use now, but everyone knows it's a market for that use in a few years. That is what's gonna get you rich. If you can put a little bit of money down now, in the future, it will pay off. Like I said before, it's like Amazon in the '90s, Starbucks in the '90s. All like where we at now in certain fields, we're right back in the '90s. In certain fields, in terms of the and like this blockchain, like the blockchain now is like how the internet was in the '90s. It was so much expectations and so many possibilities of where we could go with it. That's where we're at now with the blockchain. Same with the hydrogen, other things like that. We're at the dawn of a new era. So, as a matter of fact, in this biotech and in this pharmaceutical thing, we're like, this world is completely changing. Like this virus has never happened before. We never had a virus that shut the world. All right, so we had like pandemics before, but the world kept going about their daily business. This COVID is the only thing that just completely just locked down the whole world, different parts. We were just locked down, couldn't move, quarantine. So we're really in a new era. So you want to look at new fields, and yeah, people, and that's where the money's at, man. That's where the money's at in the market. That's where all the long-term good value plays in. New fields that you know is going to need emerging technologies. Those are the good plays. And we gonna make it. On that note, we gonna make it. We gonna make it. It's your boy Trader Die signing off on this lovely Monday night. Most likely, I see you guys probably Friday because it's kind of busy in the Trader Die Mansion. Really busy here. But yeah, you guys want to look at some. Also, I told you guys about some Bitcoin. Check out Bitcoin, Coinbase, Binance. Anyone needs a link to Bitcoin? I mean, a link to the crypto field, you can inbox me because Coinbase is giving out money just to watch video. Like you just watch a video and they give you coins. Like that is just free money. So anyone want those links, you can just inbox me. You know, I'm on Life at Twitter, Instagram, Traded.38 here on Facebook. My Gmail, Life at Gmail. You know what? Just hit me up. You want those links? My books are free. I got a book on diversification. What is the other book on? Basic terminology. You know, I think all beginners they should know the basic terms of the stock market or just the investor market in general. So a lot of people there and they invest right now or they want to invest, but they don't know what they're talking about. It's like trying to be a doctor but not having the medical terminology. It's not going to really work to know what you're talking about. So that's why I did a book for basic terminology. And also, I did my price action trading system, that system. Those are the three books, and they're all three are free. So you just contact me in the ways that I listed in the podcast and get back to me. And on that note, people, remember, we gonna make it. We gonna make it. We gonna make it. My computer takes forever to